Okay, today I'm going to be making spinach, ricotta, and ground beef manicotti on my 1917 Hughes electric range. Let's get started. So first things first, we'll be cooking the manicotti, and I will be putting 5 quarts of water in this stock pot so that we can do so. Okay, now we have 5 quarts of water in our stock pot. Now I'm going to turn on the hottest burner, and then we will slide this over the hottest burner, and we will boil that water, and then we will boil our noodles, or our pasta, our manicotti. I cannot talk. Okay, the burner has warmed up, as you can see. Let's start boiling this water. Okay, the water is boiling. Let's cook our manicotti. We're going to go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, I'm going to add a little olive oil in this water so that the pasta doesn't stick together. And then we're going to cook 8 of these manicotti pasta shells. And then we will stuff them with the stuff that we're going to make in just a minute. But let's get started cooking these. We'll cook them for about 4 minutes. We'll undercook them so that they're easy to stuff. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, give or take. Now we're going to pour out the water and keep the pasta, obviously. Okay, I've poured the water out of here, and I've put olive oil in here so that the noodles will not stick together. Now I'm going to make the stuffing for this. Micah has joined us. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's get our spinach and stuff out of the fridge. Oh, let me just drop this on my foot. Yeah. I need a whole bunch of this. Okay, now we're going to heat about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then we're going to saute some onions. Let me get the onions, because I forgot those. Now we're going to add the equivalent of 3 cloves of garlic, of minced garlic in here. If I can open this. And we'll cook this 30 seconds after I do this. Okay, I'm going to take this off the heat for a minute while I get the ground beef out of the fridge. And then I will put it back on the heat and cook the ground beef. Let's get the ground beef out of the freezer section of this fridge. Here it is. Oh, it's solid. I forgot to defrost it. This will be fun. So I forgot to defrost my ground beef block, so I'm going to do something illegal, and I am going to defrost it by boiling some water and putting it in there. Call the police. I've actually come up with a better solution other than boiling the meat to defrost it. I'm going to put it in this little strainer. I have water in there, and I'm going to put this over the water, and the steam will thaw it out. Okay, I've defrosted the meat. I cooked it a little, but there are no clumps in there, so it'll cook just fine. Oh, by the way, I added the ground beef to our onions and garlic. Now I'm going to season it. Okay, now we're going to stir in about 2 cups of chopped spinach. And we'll cook it until it's wilted. Okay, now we'll let our spinach and ground beef mixture cool while we make the cheese filling. Okay, now we're going to make the cheese filling. So we're going to need 1.5 cups of ricotta cheese. Now we're going to need 1 cup of shredded mozzarella. This is about 8 ounces. It's half of a 16-ounce block. A cup is 8 ounces. Now we're going to add half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Now we'll mix in 1 egg. These are fresh. Ugh, they're unwashed too. Okay, well that's fine. Okay, here's what it looks like after I've stirred it. Okay, now we're going to mix in the beef and spinach. Okay, here's what it looks like now. Oh, also, before we move on, I wanted to take this time to show y'all my stain on my table. So here it is. A lot of y'all were worried the other day when I was fixing my lamps on my table. Y'all were worried because I got kerosene on my table. Now, kerosene does tend to leave a white deposit on the table. The remedy and solution to fix this is to take a little bit of Old English, both the kind for dark wood and light wood, mix it together, apply it to the table, and then put some olive oil down on the table and rub it in really well. And it will mask and take care of those stains. And the table is good as new. Okay, now we're going to put about a cup of marinara on the bottom of this dish. This dish is from the 1890s. It is an enamelware roasting pan. Anyway, I did not have any marinara, and the Family Dollar didn't either. So I'm going to use, what am I using? I'm using this. Anyway, that's all I could find at the Family Dollar, so that's what we're using. But if you have marinara and you want to copy this recipe, use marinara. Now we're going to stuff our cooked manicotti pasta. This will be interesting. We're going to stuff it with that. I'm going to use a spoon. This is going to be quite interesting. Okay, this is actually working better than I thought. Here is 1 stuffed manicotti noodle. And we're going to put it into this cheese sauce. I mean, that is not cheese. Tomato sauce. You know what I mean. Okay, there is room for 1 more manicotti pasta piece. So I have that cooking on the stove right now behind me. While that cooks, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven. Okay, let's preheat the oven. That will glow momentarily. And there it glows. Okay, I have stuffed the manicotti. Now I'm going to put 2 more cups of, well, y'all will be using marinara if y'all copy me, but this tomato sauce on there, and then 1 cup of Alfredo sauce. I'm going to put some red pepper flakes because that would be good. Anyway, let's do that. And there that is. Okay, now we're going to top this off with another cup of mozzarella and some Parmesan cheese. And then, what else? We'll sprinkle some basil on it as well. Let me get my cheese grated. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna take a while. Okay, here it is. Now we're going to cover this with foil and put it in the oven and cook it. And then for the last 10 or 15 minutes, we'll take the foil off. Okay, I don't have any foil, so I'm going to have to turn the oven to low. It's on high right now, so that'll turn on the coil behind this front one. It's basically, well, that's a medium, but it'll be fine. It'll work. Okay, let's put this in the oven and we'll just eyeball it. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn up the heat in there, and I will cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I believe it is done. Let's see. Get my hot pads. I would say so. Okay, I'm going to put a hot pad down here and put this down here. Now we'll show it to y'all. Here it is. Okay, now I'm going to try some. It's probably hot as fire. Well, I know it's hot as fire, but I'm going to cut some and try some anyway. Okay, I'm going to be using this plate from the 1890s. And no, it does not have lead in it. A lot of people are paranoid about everything old because they think everything old has lead or asbestos in it or something bad. That is not the case. In fact, it quite rarely has that in there. If it was something to do with high temperature, like the Hughes electric range, yes, there is asbestos. The whole oven box is wrapped in 3/4 inch thick asbestos, but it's under steel. And asbestos is only bad if you mess with it. Think of it like a wasp nest. If you mess with it, it's going to mess with you. Lead paint is only bad if you eat it. But if you want to go around and eat paint, go right ahead. If you eat paint, you already have problems anyway. Anyway, let me go ahead and cut this, and I will eat this and quit talking. Okay, I got a corner piece. Okay, let's try this. That's really good, if I do say so myself. One of my better dishes, if I do say so myself. Anyway, I implore y'all to try this. I would rate this a 10 out of 10, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, bye!